Coach, obviously your first year at the helm with Hempfield girls basketball. I know that you're familiar with softball, but what's it been like just being in control of this program and being the head coach?
I mean, I think you kind of see the type of kids we have here. And when you have kids like that, it makes everything so much easier. You see the effort they give on every possession, the attitudes. It's a group of great kids that make my life a whole lot easier. They play hard for me, for one another. And, I'm just kind of the guy who is there trying to put all the pieces together.
Well, I know that we obviously had a big performance from Servola, and she had a nice scoring night, but Ashley Haas and I did a really nice job in the scorebook, but really outside of the scorebook. I mean, what is the things that she does outside of the stats? How much does that help your team out?
Ashley's one of those kids who just works. Practice in the games, you hit the nail on the head, all the little things. Boxing out, rebounding, keeping her head up the floor, right? Getting open looks, she does a really good job at getting to the paint and drawing contact. I don't know how many free throws she ended up shooting tonight, but that's a really, really big part of her game. And just she's kind of like a calm figure. You never really notice her get too high, get too low. She just plays, and a kid like that's invaluable to every basketball team.
Yeah, she's, you can tell, she's a very experienced player.
Oh, yeah.
She had just a great box out down here, near the end of the ball
Yes.
game. Just a really, really, it was an important one, too, at that time. And, I agree with, is it Allie, Servola Allie? I agree, you guys seem to have a really nice chemistry. That's such a big part of trying to be a successful team.
Absolutely.
And I think you guys have already accomplished that. So that's you can check that off the list.
Yeah.
So
it's a different girl every night for us.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing.
Yeah, and none of them are really concerned with what is up on the scoreboard for themselves.
Right.
It's really a team first mentality, and if you look at our box score throughout the first 4 games, each game somebody has stepped up and done something that maybe didn't the game before. And like tonight it was Allie. Gabby Kachia's had some really nice games for us. We're just getting Mia Shipman back, who I thought played outstanding tonight.
Yeah, that's what you want.
So we're building, and this was honestly our best defensive game of the year. We really were working hard to keep number 2 in check. She's an outstanding player. I think she ended up with like 19, which
she had 20, but
we made her work for everything.
Well, you did, but what you really did with that was you made the other girls on Kiski's team on the floor a little bit uncomfortable.
Yes, yeah.
Because they really count on her having so many touches.
Yeah, and Allie, not only with the points coach, but she was the girl we had defending her for the majority of the game, and I thought she did outstanding.
Pavarnik did a good job on it too.
Maz really
she did a nice
gave
job
some
too.
Nice minutes there too. She played really tough.
Yeah, that was a good game plan. Definitely, when you're playing somebody with one person that does so much, if you can take them out of it just for a little bit, it definitely messes up their continuity.
Absolutely.
I got to ask about the new foul format. I know I have Coach here. I have you also. I mean, how does that new format change things? Does it not change things? I mean, what does it kind of do for you and your game plan?
Well, I mean, you kind of saw down the stretch there. I think, I don't have it in front of me right now, but there's a few times where I think we maybe missed the front end of some shots there.
Yeah.
So previously, right, okay, maybe the other team's getting a rebound, whatever,
right.
But, so it kind of takes that element out of it. It kind of, so what I was saying to our girls when they would miss that first one, hey, relax, stay calm, just give me one, and they did. We didn't go for 2 at all tonight. So, I think it's going to benefit teams who are ahead late in games, obviously, because it kind of takes a little bit of that pressure off where you're in those 1-on-1 situation from the past. You see people not wanting to shoot them, but now, takes a little bit of that off, and I think you're going to see it benefit the teams who are ahead and later in the games.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's going to hamper the team that's behind for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And like you said, you can miss the front end, first shot, but you're still going to get a second one. So you really don't have much pressure on the first shot like you used to.
Right.
How much have you guys worked on free throws?
A ton.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that when I was hired, I got the books from the previous years, and I went through and I saw how many games throughout the last few years that were really tight that they lost and shot really poor from the free throw line. So we are shooting every single practice free throws. I make it a point where we're at minimum 50 a practice, sometimes more. It just depends on what we're kind of working on. But we really work hard on our free throws.
Well, it's definitely evident tonight, and really, again, I'll continue to reiterate. I mean, the up-tempo style of play really plays well into your hands. And the final question for you is, how do you keep this going? I mean, 3-1 start, off to a really, really good beginning of the year, but how do you keep that momentum going? And especially with the holiday season coming up soon, I mean, how do you try and keep everyone locked in for this?
It's a hungry group. You know, they haven't had a whole lot of success here in a while. So I think them getting the taste of it early is just going to make them want more. And, you know, we're going to always learn from every game. There's going to be a lot of things that we take out of tonight when we do our film session tomorrow that we can work on and fix. And, you know, just never being satisfied with what just happened, right? It's great we got to win, but now we got to move on to the next one, which is Ringgold on Wednesday. And, you know, take each game that we play and learn from it and keep correcting little details and, you know, keep building towards section play.
I gotta tell you, I was really happy to see the blue and white striped pants.
Yeah.
I actually was responsible for, you know, getting those the very first time with one of my teams here at Hempfield.
They look great. I love them.
Yeah, well, you know, it was funny because when we had them, a lot of the old school people, they loved them too. And then the girls started to like them.
Yeah.
And then the little girls that would come to the games, they would say, you know, I want to wear those pants someday.
Right.
And that's why I did that.
Yeah,
and, it was really
the
great.
girls love them.
Great to see them with the blue and white striped
Yeah,
pants.
well, they'll be out every home game for
I
sure.
like it.
Well, keeping the tradition alive and obviously keeping the winning alive as well, Coach. Thanks so much for stopping by and congratulations
Thanks
today.
for being here. Thank you, and hail Hempfield.